I have a confession to make. I never finished watching or playing Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. That's right, the person who shitposted about this game, mind you, multiple times, hasn't played through the whole thing. Whoa, hang on. How come? Oh boy. Well, I guess we have to travel back into 2021, the prime of my Danganronpa phase, when I was a young 13-year-old loser. Oh my god. Anyways, welcome to Exalt's full-blown review of Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. To get this first started off, I would like to say this is part 1 out of 7, because this is going to be one long video that might come out as a master compilation at the end. Anyways, if you couldn't tell by the title, the title and thumbnail, this is going to be filled with spoilers. After all, it's an in-depth review of this entire game mixed with my goofiness. I promise to keep you entertained for this entire runtime. Regardless, let's dive into how I sort of got into Danganronpa to help with the really boring mood. Okay, back. So, to start things up, back during the very ends of 2020, I discovered Danganronpa by a few people recommending it to me. I watched through the entirety of Trigger Happy Havoc, however, that was it. I started Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, but that's kind of it. I ended up getting spoiled for all the other games one way or another, I really don't remember. However, I was close to finishing Danganronpa 2. For reference, I ended up buying all 3 Danganronpa games minus Despair Girls. Alright, that should speak volumes as to what happened. So, when I first bought these games, I focused on Danganronpa 2 since that was the game I wanted to complete. I held off on V3 as that was the last game in the series and I was mostly blind to it, but at some point I just got spoiled. I literally have no memory of this instance as much as I want to remember. Quite unfortunate. Anyways, with Danganronpa 2, I ended up getting to chapter 5 before I got banned from playing Danganronpa. That's right, your girl, your boy, you, me, mostly got banned from playing Danganronpa. Mostly because it was an M-rated game and I was 13 years old. Now that I'm nearly 17, Christ, I'm way older now. I don't think my parents, care anymore, but I could always be wrong. So that's why all the footage is on mobile, because a lot of things. Anyways, that being said, I did start V3. I played the demo and ended up finishing chapter 1. Here's some literal photo evidence of this. Ignore crappy phone quality. This is from 2021. Yeah, I ended up playing through chapter 1. I don't remember much of my reveal to Kaede being the culprit. Regardless, that was the end of my gameplay with Danganronpa. I stopped playing the games due to my ban, but that was not until May of this year I started playing Trigger Happy Havoc again. I said to myself that I was going to play through both Trigger Happy Havoc and Goodbye Despair before I started to be free, and I guess that was not expected. Regardless, around May 17th, that's when I bought the mobile port of V3. Like I said earlier, that's right, you heard me, I bought the mobile port of V3. Why? None of my computers could run V3. I have literal photo evidence of this. And here's some chats with Lumi, about me struggling. So that was it. Anyways, that was basically that. I started it a bit and kind of neglected it since I wanted to play through the first 2 games. At some points, I basically caved in and started playing it since I was really interested in doing it, which is a perfect segue into our actual video. Woohoo! And anyways, also this review is very opinionated. Trust me, this is going to be important later, like really later, when we get to the actual first chapter. So, without further ado, allow me to bring you to the in-depth review of Prologue of Danganronpa V3. So, hopefully, this will work out in the end. Please enjoy the first part of the 7-part series. Thank you! Oh, for the love of...
This is me, My name is Kaede Akamatsu. I just remembered who I am. Nice to meet me. I'm the protagonist of this crazy story.
You heard her. She's Kaede Akamatsu, which she calls herself the protagonist of the story. So this is interesting. Why was she in the locker? So many questions, not enough answers. So, anyways, we're confused. Don't mind how I refer Kaede as we. It's just easier for me because I don't know. Regardless, we question everything until this fucking loser falls out of the locker. He's actually such a loser. Like, why is he here? He freaks out over us and then we have to snap him out of it, but not before he questions other guys. Like, who the fuck are other guys? I don't know shit. Fuck off. He introduces himself as Suichi Seihara. Hold on. You're telling me this loser is my favorite character? Well, he's still a loser regardless. We yell at him. Pretty awesome stuff. Anyways, we question about the guys that kidnapped us. Good grief. And then this scene happens.
I was walking my usual route to school when all of a sudden someone shoved me into a car. I shouted for help, but no one came to rescue me. Everyone pretended like nothing happened. It made me think how rotten the world is.
This might be important later.
And then I lost consciousness.
So, anyways, we continue with stuff. You do not need to see this entire scene because it's all just sort of nothing. So we just push through until this thing happens.
Hell yeah! Found you!
What? A monster?
Woo!
This is bad. We need to get out of here.
Okay.
Wait!
What now? I think it's better to just run. Congratulations! We have made it to the gymnasium. But what is it this time?
Oh, more people have arrived.
Huh?
Did you all get chased by that monster too?
Oh, yeah.
What are they? What do they want with us?
Do you want me to check on what's happening?
You can't! It's too dangerous out there!
It's likely that monster still lurks nearby.
Wait! Who are you guys? And why am I here?
And that makes 16.
What?
I'm talking about us. There are 16 of us, all high schoolers. What do you think that means?
Students, 16 of us, Rentaro. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is interesting. In the previous two Danganronpa games, the students don't know each other. Big shocker. But this one feels quite different. Like, something is weird. It's quite difficult to really understand since everyone is also confused. But you want to know what else happens? Because all this game gives you is random shit after random shit after random shit.
Thanks for bearing with us!
I have a feeling this isn't normal. Like, I don't know. It's just like, sheesh. It's like, why are giant mechanics? Like, this is normal. This is like totally normal for high schoolers to see or something. I might be crazy. Exalt is what they call them, or is it Exalt? Who knows? Anyways, well, that's funny. Anyways, everyone's freaking out. I'm freaking out. Okay. What else do you want me to say? This is serious and a half-serious review. I'm trying to keep you all entertained for this, and it's kind of super hard to do. That's strange how this is happening. Like, we're all gonna die here. Also, what the hell are these mechanics even talking about? Is this foreshadowing or something? Right? This isn't gonna happen in the future, right? So we're all confused here. I suppose we are. But now this happens for the billionth time. Jeez, it's like everything's happening so fast. Yeah, I really have nothing else to say here. Like, Prologue is kind of nothing. unless you wanted me to like ramble on and on, unless you want me to call Suichi a loser again. What the fuck? Anyways, the Mono Cub. It's the most pointless addition to this game, especially this one. Fuck Mono Kid. If you couldn't tell, there's gonna be a future trend. This is not subtle. This is foreshadowing. All right. Anyways, there are Monotaro, Monofini, Monodam, Monosuke, and Mono Kid. None of these guys really matter. At least not in my opinion. I really don't care about them. So yeah, they yap. And yap, and yap, and yap. Oh, look, something interesting. Oh, more pointless banter. Wait, none of these kids know what their ultimate talent is. Okay, this is getting interesting. Why is that? Both games previously had kids know most ultimate talents, besides Kyoko and Hajime from Danganronpa 1 and 2. Regardless, this is the way to start. Also, can the sister shut the fuck up? First memory, what the fuck? What the hell is happening, actually? Okay, ignore these guys. Let's get into the actual interesting thing. Okay, so now we're wearing the outfit that her splash art has. I wonder why she started off like that. I really don't like the Monocos because most of the time they just kind of speak nonsense and it doesn't matter much. Also, it gets kind of really weird by the near end of this game, or by the end of their group, but that doesn't matter much. I don't know if they barely mention stuff that's actually interesting. The things that happen later are super weird, like I just said. Anyways, lots and lots and lots of entering later, and this scene happens. Ignore the fact this is a rough start. Anyways, it looks like a repeat of what happened earlier, but Kaede seems to give more of a reaction, and it's different from what the other Prologue Kaede gave. Also, ignore the long waits. I was doing some stuff while recording, so that was lovely. Anyways, Kaede starts thinking about what's going on, nothing makes sense. Walker makes noises again. I wonder who's in there. Suichi! I love this silly very much. Anyways, he freaks out, and Kaede takes a bit more offense to that, which is interesting. Anyways, things appear to be really confusing for the guys until these losers come back again. Oh, I forgot. And then they yap and then answer a few questions. Welcome to the Ultimate Academy of Gifted Juveniles. So we're confused, and they say there are 16 students in the academy, more specifically 16 Ultimate students. That's definitely we don't know already. So they give us a task to look for everyone. You're not missing much by missing their banter. So they left, and Kaede is confused. We do not need to worry about these guys. Suichi has a dream. Buzzer, we wish. Anyways, let's get started with this whole thing.
I'm Shuichi Saihara. They call me the ultimate detective, but...
I don't think you guys realize how much I love this guy. Don't worry, he's getting an analysis at the end of the series. Why the end? Trust me, bro, it'll make sense. Anyways, let's get introduced to our protagonist now.
Akamatsu. I'm the ultimate pianist. Nice to meet you.
Why are we the ultimate pianists? Anyways, this is the introduction of our protagonist, Kaede, and our sidekick, Suichi. We already know who these two are, but now we're getting properly introduced to them. So the scene happens, and there's baby Kaede. We love her. So apparently we never have seen their ultimate student. That's, I need better word than that's interesting. So that's Grand Tubular. Can we get to meet everyone else? Okay. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be important later. So we don't remember what happened to us. This is sad me, but that doesn't explain how we did previously. What the fuck word is this cutscene? So more yapping occurs, and then we finally leave. Not until we're introduced to the monopaths. They're your form of accessing everything in this game. So with that out of the way, we can finally progress to meet this girl who's spacing out. Insert some questionable things later, and we get introduced to...
My name is Tsunugi Shirogane. I'm the ultimate cosplayer.
This girl is one of my favorites, but we won't get into that until Trial 6. Regardless, she talks about how plain she is and stuff like that. Normal stuff is she likes making cosplays instead of wearing them. So yeah, that's it for Tsunugi. After some running around, we go downstairs to meet this green-haired dude. Immediately, he asks us how we got here, so we say no, and he says nobody else know. Weird. It's like earlier in the game we were told what happened, such as some random kidnapping, but then we actually don't remember what happened. It's some weird stuff. Regardless, he also told us that he doesn't remember his talent. So, we're going to be introduced to...
My name is Rantaro Omai. I can't remember my own talent for the moment, but I promise, you're not a bad one. Nice to meet you.
A pretty popular guy in the fandom, but I don't know for sure. Well, I sound really boring right now. Him not knowing his talent is a repeat of the first two games like I mentioned earlier. Anywho, he believes we're not going to escape and makes us feel really uneasy now. So we make our way to the cafeteria and meet these two girls. We got to the one to the left. I tried going to the one on the right, but it didn't work, or I was tapping poorly. She was like practicing something, and we're startled. She introduces us to Nia Akito, Suichi shocked, and then we get introduced to...
Oh yes! I'm Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master!
Kaede compliments her and she gets all embarrassed. Kaede's like, hey, she's cute, right, Suichi? Suichi, being the dumbass he is, follows in because I don't fucking know, he's weird that way. Anyways, Tenko's offended by that because she calls all guys degenerate males. She has this whole thing, but I actually really like Tenko. We'll get into those details in a future part, trust me. So anyway, she begins to explain the whole thing behind Nia Akito and how it's self-taught, thus ending the conversation. Pretty basic stuff. So we finally see the witch-looking girl. She's kind of all the time. She calls herself a mage. Kind of weird if I'm being completely honest. Besides the point.
Prepare to be amazed. Fall to your knees. I am Himiko Yumeno, the ultimate mage. But I'm officially called the ultimate magician.
So, this is Himiko, the girl who constantly calls herself a mage and believes magic is real. I guess we have no choice but to play along with her. She's kind of a meh character for the most part until a future chapter. That's where she begins to really shine. I don't really have a massive opinion on Himiko, for now at least. She talks about some stuff. I think it's just her trying to sound cooler. Anyways, we continue to play along with her because we don't want to be mean people now. So she tells us of these things which are spells, but they're actually just normal magic tricks. Ending the conversation. If you couldn't tell, the characters mostly talk about a few things with us, but that's the main gist of it. Anyways, on to the warehouse. We meet this girl who just immediately insults us. Like, that's a good way to start the conversation. Kind of weird stuff, you know. Suichi intervenes and this girl straight up immediately insults him too, saying this weird stuff, you know. Suichi intervenes and this girl straight... Oh my goodness, I just reread that line again. Oh my god. Saying some, very questionable things. Like, I doubt Suichi would even do that. She's honestly a bit, getting my nerves. And it's getting worse. So, also, what the fuck? She insults Suichi even more. Christ, can you get a life? Oh, he does exist. Granted, he admitted to it, but like, really? Anyway, Suichi gets pressed about it and then yells at her for the unwarranted shit. I would have done the same if I'm being honest. She asks us if there's a reason why we're yelling at her. Like, is she stupid or something? She gets insulted by over everything, but anyways.
I'm the gorgeous girl genius whose good looks and golden brain will go down in history. the one, the only, the legendary ultimate inventor herself, Yui Bruma!
Okay, we're gonna get this thing straight immediately. I fucking hate this bitch. Like I said earlier, these videos are gonna be very opinionated, and this is the first instance of it, besides the Monoclub thing. So, if you would like to move forward, please skip to this timestamp in the meantime. But I don't like her for very obvious reasons. People like her because of her jokes, and I'll be honest, she does have some funny lines, but I legit hate her. But she's like that because she doesn't know any better since she was in a car crash. Have you heard of the word opinion? Yes, people can dislike whoever they want, and you can also understand the characters and still not like them. Like, I understand Miu's character as a whole, but I don't like her because it's just the jokes feel really unwarranted and they're just really gross in my opinion. I'm sorry if you like her, but I hate her ass so much. Sorry for the tangent, let's get right back on track. We question her further about her inventions. Kaede mentions one of her friends using the invention she made, and we're moving on. Suichi's a bit shocked by what happened. I bet he didn't think about standing up for himself or the whole hat thing. I feel bad for him, honestly. So we search around, and this is kind of useless, but let's go! Not until we get into this classroom right here. Before we enter the basement, we come across these two getting into some sort of argument or something. I'm not sure what's going on, so let's go ahead and talk to the purple hair guy. We notice that he calls the other guy a robot, which is interesting, and also he's baby him a lot. Anyway, he's assuming we're a robophobe. I don't know what this means. We're pretty curious about him, so we're like second guessing him. Suichi asks if he's like the Monocubs, but then he's immediately offended by it. Anyways.
I am K1B0, the ultimate robot. But please, address me as Kiba.
Then the other guy gets offended. Lamau.
I'm Kokichi Oma, the ultimate supreme leader.
Kokichi and Kibo have an interesting relationship with one another throughout the game, but we're not talking about that right now. We're going to focus on how Kokichi specifically likes poking at Kibo for basically everything, essentially dehumanizing him even though he is a robot, but who am I to say? Suichi questions him and Kibo goes through with his light story. Lots of yapping later, and we focus on Kokichi a bit more. After all, he is the ultimate supreme leader, and he immediately says he's the leader of an evil organization, but we learn immediately that about Kokichi's most dominant trait about him being a liar. So yeah, we have no idea what to believe. Honestly, me neither. What is he gonna tell us? Is he gonna be the truth, or is it gonna be a lie? Almost as if. Anyways, he continues on with his secret organization thing. We're questioning him, but Kiba ends up going, yeah, just ignore him. Anyways, that's with them, and so we can finally head our way to the basement. Not before some conversation about the dangers of the basement. Sounds wise, but you know what we do? That's right, put Suichi in the front. So we go downstairs for the most part, and it looks harmless. Also, we rarely visit this place in the future, just a warning. Anyway, Suichi is still worried about Kaede, and she's all like, yep, nothing wrong here. Or at least where we are, I don't know. So anyways, there are two places, the library and the game room. We head into the library first since it's a more common place to visit. We question the layout of the library, saying it seems super messy, and Suichi agrees to some degree. He also suggests if there was someone else who used the library prior to us coming there. That's an interesting theory. But anyways, we find this girl in the library, and she seems rather stoic and cold. She doesn't talk a lot, so she seems very quiet. We introduce themselves, and soon...
Maki Harakawa, ultimate child caregiver.
Ooh, Maki is the ultimate child caregiver. Interesting given the fact she's very cold-hearted. So we ask her a bit, and we realize she doesn't actually like kids. But for the most part, kids get attached to her because... she grew up in an orphanage. I guess it makes sense. Suichi asks if she knows anything about the Monocubs, and like, Suichi, I love you, but I doubt she actually knows. Lo and behold, she doesn't. Yeah, I figured that was the case. She also questions if Suichi should have, found out already, but he doesn't. Regardless, Kaede is like, yeah, it's fine, we need to get out. And then Maki ruins more of the mood. She does make a point about how orchestrated this whole thing is. Like, they won't let us leave if they kidnap a ton of ultimates. Maki's very closed off, but as we can tell, she doesn't work with strangers. So Ichi second guesses her, but Kaede is like, don't be rude. We continue to question more of the library, and Suichi said some things, I don't know, I'm not paying attention. More investigation, and we're finally off. onwards to the next person. We're gonna go ahead and make our way to the game room, and we notice it's strange, but we see this really short guy. We question who he is, and he seems kinda cold. It's hard to tell, but anyways, this is...
It's an old story. Ryoma Hoshi, the man called the ultimate tennis pro, no longer exists. I'm nothing more than his empty shell.
Suichi actually does know Ryoma a bit due to his appearance in the news. Suichi is the only person in this game who actually knows a few people, which is funny. Regardless, he talks about Ryoma's case, and Ryoma is just whatever. He doesn't care about life anymore and is willing to throw it away. That's just depressing. So yeah, that's about the main gist of the conversation. So that's about it. We are going to try the other room, but we're literally not able to get the door open. So it's most likely locked. Oh well. That's the game room. Let's just get through this entire search scene, including the extra tidbits that are not anything special. Actually, this conversation is important. Suichi and Kaede tried going to the gymnasium? What? Gymnasium. But it's not open. Suichi talks about how this place gives him deja vu, which honestly is scary to think about, but this is going to be used as future reference. Not important. So yeah. Things are getting freaky. Oh my god, no. Why did he hesitate? More footage of me investigating, and hey, it's a door with a piano on it. Apparently, there are some behind-the-scenes stuff going on. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be happening, but okay. We go downstairs, and I read some stuff I missed. And the main hall is open. Kaede actually believes that we have a possibility of getting out, but I doubt that. Jump scare? Okay, that was legit out of nowhere. Also, I sounded so fake saying that. Anyways, this guy is...
My name is Korekio Shinguchi. I am called the ultimate anthropologist.
He talks about anthropology. God, I'm so bad at pronunciation. I'm so sorry. I literally tried pronouncing it and it sucked. Anyways, and that's pretty cool. I wish I cared a bit more, but it's whatever. I know a lot of people in this fandom like this guy, but he just, to me, I don't really care. And it's more yuppie, and then we need the building, so that means we do not need to see people, and then...
A cage? A wall?
What is this? We're trapped?
What's going on?
Wonderful. Looks like we're doomed to the rest of our lives. Prepare to be trapped in a school for the next trillion chapters or so. It's 6. Monocupes come out and explain what's going on and all that stuff. It's some lovely stuff. We literally tried screaming for help, but nothing. Guess we got nothing else. Nothing better for us to do. Unfortunate, but you know for sure. Regardless, I think that's all that matters now. We got some news about the building being under construction, and that's cool. So yeah, we tried getting Suichi motivated and meet up with this purple guy. He talks to try to motivate Suichi. Motes? God, I'm having a really hard time reading my script. What the fuck? He tries to motivate Suichi a bit, which is pretty nice of him. Anyways, this guy is...
I'm Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars. Even crying children adore the ultimate astronaut.
Oh my fucking god, I don't think you guys realize how much me and Rumi freaking love this guy. He gets an analysis at some point, but no spoilers of that yet. Anyways, he talks about his entire astronaut exam course thing. Pretty interesting for the most part. Also, he kind of talks a lot, which Suichi and Kaede somewhat complain a bit. He more like he talks about achieving big goals, and that's good and all. We continue walking down until we meet this big guy over here, who's just overall, and he's excited to see that someone wants to talk to him. I feel bad for him, honestly. He's pretty nice, and I guess that means it's time for...
Gonta's name is Gonta Gokuhara. Gonta's talent is ultimate entomologist. Gonta want to become gentleman. Becoming true gentleman, Gonta's goal.
Gotta love Gonta. He's one of the best characters in God. We'll save that for later. Anyways, we get to know him a bit, and oh my fucking god, we spoke wrong. Suichi going, huh, bugs really set some alarms in him. Guess that's fair to want to know more about what's going on. And he assumes we hate bugs. Book it. That's enough, so that's enough of that. So we go ahead and head into the shrine thingy here, and we see this girl.
My name is Angie Yonaga. I'm the ultimate artist.
She talked pretty fast, and I actually think Angie is one of the more interesting characters in the series. She can be really interesting in my opinion, but that's just my opinion, of course. Anyway, she's religious to this god named Atua, who's actually a real Polynesian god. That's cool, but Angie's character does a poor representation of those people who do believe in Atua, which honestly sucks. Anyways, he continues to pressure... God. She continues to pressure us to make some offerings, but... that's hella weird. So we decide to leave. It seems like we're almost done. We go into this building, which appears to be our living quarters, and guess who decided to show up again? The monocouples explained some shit to us, yada yada, and explained these are our dorms essentially. Both Kairi and Suji are conflicted on how they feel, but for the most part, it seems harmless. Anyways, we talked to this maid over here, and she seems to be curious about the whole situation too.
I am Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. Please let me know if you require my service.
Kirumi is a pretty cool character. I don't have much feelings for her, but I can say she's alright. Again, Suichi knows another ultimate student, which is already insane. Like, I only remember this instance kind of happening with Makoto, but he did it before attending the school. So anyways, we talk for a bit and how Kirumi will do whatever anyone asks. And I suppose that's her job. Soon, the bell rings.
Thanks for bearing with us!
You bastards!
All right! Phew.
Hey! Is all that remains of a once powerful...
So long! Farewell!
Looks like we're ready to head to the gym. I wonder what awaits us there. We take a walk and soon we meet up with everyone else again. Lots of random banter between the characters, but hey, we get to see how they're talking and having conversations with one another. Fun things all around. Most of us are conflicted on how they feel until some random stuff happens. And oh my god, it's the Exalt again.
Yoo-hoo! Rise and shine, Earthsign!
I could make the same joke here again, but I don't wanna. Let's go! More Exalt action! That's what I'm talking about! Everyone is pretty much terrified out of their minds, and I can't say I don't blame them. That's literally horrifying to come across. Regardless, Rentaro ends up approaching them, asking them some questions. Then one of them announces that a killer game is going to happen. Yeah, that won't be horrifying, have further repercussions in the future. Then Amano Cups fight, but I genuinely don't give a fuck about the scene, so let's move a bit more. Oh, it looks like we got the star of Danganronpa itself, finally showing up based on that voice. You know what time it is.
The god of this new world and the headmaster of the Ultimate Academy! The one, the only, Monokuma! Nice to meet ya!
Monokuma has finally arrived, which means we're in Danganronpa for real. Anyways, more random banter between Monokuma and the Cubs. Weird stuff, but whatever at this rate. We finally get more scenes up from the students, which appear to be all confused. Can't blame them because, like, what the fuck, a sixth bear is here? Monokuma announces that he's the headmaster of the academy. Then Monokuma was explaining a bit about the Exalt, and Rentaro brings up the question what he meant by the killing game. So Monokuma goes on and explains some more of the killing game. That everyone freaks out because, I mean, it's valid not to want to partake in a killing game, honestly. He wants us to be put against each other, and because, why not? That's awesome. And yeah, we ask a few more questions until the discussion of the trials is brought to light. And oh my god, you know I'm going to do omega ass on these trials. I'm literally so bad at them, it's not a joke. I did really bad in chapter 4 specifically, but hey, I did them once, I could do them again. Regardless, he talks about how they work, and he gets a bit ticked off with the Monocups talking about too much information about them. Rantaro mentions about how the killing game reminds him of the real world, and Monokuma agrees. Crazy shit, honestly, and Monokuma is really keen on making the killing game a reality. Forcing the kids to participate in the killing game is crazy, but that's Danganronpa for you. All the messes and so forth. Lovely stuff. Also, Kaede says this, and we'll be back for that later. Well, we tried fighting back, saying we wouldn't do such a thing, but you know what? We already know that's a lie. And with Kaede being the great protagonist she is, she says that there's no way they're going to do such a thing. And honest to God, you just never know. Monokuma's all cocky about it, and so, that's Prologue. A killing game has begun, and you just have no idea what's up next. Welcome to Danganronpa V3. The killing game has just begun. Thank you so much for watching this giant video. I wasn't suspecting it to be this long, but if you stuck long enough, I'm really proud of you. Really, it means a lot to me, and thank you so much for watching the whole way through, putting a lot of effort into these videos to make sure they're entertaining and fun. So expect to see the chapter 1 video in January, because I know damn well I'm not making it for December, because look how long this video took me to make. Hopefully you'll stick around for the whole series. Surely the others won't be this long, right? Actually, fuck, it may end up being even longer. Regardless, thank you so much for watching Prologue. Prologue? I don't know, I genuinely don't know how to pronounce this. Anyways, glad we were there together. Stay tuned for chapter 1's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all then. Goodbye.